Hi guys, Maikeru here. This is the Quest for Survival Hardcore Ironman series. We're on episode 21 now. This episode is just filled with all-round gains, whether it's a quest, whether it's Slayer, crafting, anything like that. They're all in this video. Trying to cover as much footage as I can because I've been going really hard on this account and I have so much footage to share with you all. So let's get into this video. Starting the video off doing a little bit of Krill to get some more subjugation pieces. Why the hood? Why? No. My ring got me the hood though. Really? Yeah, it's better than a hood. Better than a hood. Let's go, gloves. Yay, gloves. Give me them. Give me them. It's what I wanted. I wanted the gloves. Yay. I also got a hard clue from Krill. The reward was absolutely terrible, but hey ho, it's another hard clue done, another chance at something good. Really enjoyed doing the clues on my Ironman. I then went to do some Slayer. I have gargoyles on my preferred list and I got assigned them. I made sure to pick up a special Slayer contract as I went to the Slayer Tower. Killing the gargoyles is just so chill and easy. They give you so many good resources and GP. Probably my favourite Slayer task to do right now other than the actual Strike Worm tasks. I really want to get a full upgraded Slayer helm. So doing the Strike Worm task is probably my highest priority. After that, good tasks like gargoyles is going to be my second priority. What would this video be without a nice reminder to do your caches? I'm at 88 Divination and I still have yet to train the skill. Trying to get as much done imports as possible. I managed to get another Eastern Scroll. Now we're working at the Sea Singer gear itself. Now we've got the Wandering Orb researched. The resources to make these is just so hard to get. It's definitely a long-term thing, but it's going to be great when I actually get them. I was doing some costume volunteers for some Thieving experience because I really do want to get to Prif Elves sometime, but I realised just how annoying it is to do this all the way. I'm probably just going to wait until I've done the light within and then I'll use Crystal Mask and Light Form in order to pickpocket the Menophyte thugs without having to knock them out. The experience an hour on those is really high and it's going to get me there much easier. I don't have to worry about clicking tons and tons. I can just spam click in the same place. I got to 75 Thieving and I'm going to leave it there until I've done the light within. My Iron Man's oyster was the Amulet of Power, Phoenix Slayer Teleport and 30 Death Fruits. 9k. Even though the oyster's reward was pretty garbage, the free fishing experience got me to 85. I got another Eastern Scroll mission just before going to bed. I made it as best as I could, so I managed to get the success rate to 76%. When I woke up in the morning, it had succeeded. So that's another Eastern Scroll out of the way. I'm really trying to do my best to do as much ports on this account as possible. As you can see, I've got the Sea Singer Wandering Orb fully completed. Then I've also got 2 scrolls out of 4 for the hood. Sea Singer's hood is obviously not going to be the best thing ever, but it's definitely going to be an upgrade to any of the armors that I can get easily from bosses. If I could get a full Sea Singer set, that would be absolutely insane for going to somewhere like God Wars Dungeon 2. So it's definitely going to be worth trying to get as much as I can right now. So while making videos, I was AFK in the harps on the Ironman because it's super AFK. I needed to get 89 crafting for the light within anyway because you need to make your own crystal flask because you can't just buy one as an Ironman. I managed to get 86 crafting, which means I can boost to 89 in order to make the flask if I was to do it right now. Depending on how much longer I have to AFK harps while making videos and stuff depends on whether I'll boost or not. I should be able to get 89 crafting from harps before doing the quest though, so I shouldn't need to boost. During the happy hour on the beach, I managed to get 76 Hunter, which is a requirement for Lord of Vampyrium, which is the next quest I'll be doing on this account. Also doing my daily Nemi Forest, I got a prayer level and I got to 76 prayer. Nemi Forest has given me so much prayer and farming experience, it's unreal. Like I said, I probably was going to AFK the harps for quite a long time. I AFK'd the harps all the way to 79 construction from 75. You barely get any construction at all while doing the harps, but because I done it for so much crafting experience, it also got me to 79 construction, and that's another Lord of Vampyrium requirement out of the way. I also managed to AFK all the way to 89 crafting, which means I can make the crystal flask for the light within quest without having to boost. Just makes life a little bit easier. Keeping up with the Jack of Trades, I got 76 herblore from this day. Jack of Trades definitely helps so much with the Herblore gains. I had a Fletching Daily. The Fletching Dailies are nice and easy to do, and the bowstrings are very, very easy to obtain from temple trekking. The only thing you really need is like the magic logs or the U logs or whatever it gives you, but normally from just doing Slayer and stuff, you're going to have those magic logs. And the really good thing with the Fletching Dailies is when you turn it in, it gives you your logs back. For the most part, you'll get all of the magic logs back if you're doing magic shield bows or magic short bows as a daily. Whenever I get hard and elite clues, I always do them as soon as possible because I really enjoy doing them on an Ironman. This one gave me a pair of Zamorak plate legs, which is still pretty cool because it adds to the collection. I reckon getting one of every single clue scroll item would be a really cool achievement on an Ironman, and it's a very long-term goal that I may look at doing eventually. While doing a Greater Demon Slayer task, I managed to get 75 strength. This was the last requirement I needed for the Lord of Vampyrium, so I could go do that quest now. Probably the most risky quest I've done on this account so far. Hey, I got my first ferocious ring. I can teleport to Kuradel now. Everything leading up to the boss fight for Lord of Vampyrium is nice and easy. I got to the boss fight and it was time to kill Lord Draken. In the first phase, you just need to dodge Lord Draken, who is flying about, but if you check your mini-map, you can see what angles he's coming from. As long as you're not standing underneath of him, there shouldn't be a problem. You can use minimal food for that phase by just healing over time after killing one of the ads. You have to kill 3 ads and then it's easy peasy and all done. The second phase isn't too much more difficult. You just have to fight Lord Draken, who walks. He walks around and you can kite him pretty well. He doesn't really do any special attacks in this phase where he's just walking around. He does one where he heals himself, which isn't really that dangerous. Although if you do run away too far, he does stun you and punch you in the face. So it's wise not to walk away too far because it does take down your prayer and it does hurt quite a lot. The only other thing he did was, I believe, put some bombs on the floor, which you don't stand in. But the bombs are really, really obvious, so you shouldn't have to worry about those. The third phase, you could kite him similar to the second phase, and he only had 2 mechanics that were actually lethal kind of thing. One of them is when he turns into a giant puff of smoke. Don't stand near him when he's in this smoky cloud form because he'll deal a ton of damage to you, so you just have to kite him around when he looks like that. The only thing other than that you have to do is run under your friend's protection shell, I guess you would call it, whenever he's building up a big attack. If you're standing underneath the protection shell, you won't get hit by that big attack and he'll deal nothing. If you're not standing in that barrier thing, you'll take tons of damage and you'll probably die. After that, it's the final phase. You would think the final phase is super hard, but it really isn't. You could kite him around for days and days. He doesn't even pull you in on this one. He attacks really, really fast, so if you are in melee range, he will hurt you a lot. He just keeps chucking bombs on the floor and doesn't really do much else. I killed him so quickly, it didn't really matter. But yeah, that last phase was just a joke because you would just kite him, he'd barely hit you and he'd just die. At least you get the awesome satisfaction of slamming the Sun Spear into his head at the end of the fight. I'm going to say that is the hardest fight I've done on my Hardcore Ironman so far. It wasn't too difficult, but yeah, it's still fairly scary doing anything like that on a Hardcore Ironman. And that's Lord of Vampyrium done. We get our one-handed Sun Sphere, which is pretty decent for Via Watch until I get the two-handed one. I get a tome with 3 chapters, which are all going into Herblore, 75k construction, 50k hunter, and 50k Slayer experience. The rewards for quests like this make me happy. There's the 2100 milestone. The quest got me to 79 Slayer and 80 construction, and that's even without the Herblore experience from the book. The Herblore experience from the book got me to 77 Herblore, which is really, really neat. Closer and closer to 80, which we need for the River of Blood. It was time to do a Jungle Strikeworms task and try my luck at a Hex Crest. Oh, my Ring of Wealth just got me a Hex Crest. Yeah. One part down, so I just need the other. Just need the focus sight. Now it was time to camp some Via Watch with my newly made Sun Spear, but that meant I needed to make an offhand Blisterwood Sickle in order to go with my Sun Spear. So I made a Silver Sickle and then I was able to make a offhand Blisterwood Sickle to go with it. I also had a couple more Blisterwood logs, so I thought I might as well make some wands, so if I ever get a Dragon's Task or something, I'll have a tier 70 wand as well. Next up, it was time to do the Murder Mystery quest, which then unlocked the King's Ransom quest. King's Ransom unlocks some decent prayers at level 70 on the normal prayer book. I just had to go through a little minigame in order to be able to use the prayers after the quest was complete. The minigame at the top of Camelot Castle is nice and easy to do. You just have to kill the Knights of the Round Table, one after each other. They do lower your stats quite a bit, so super restores are definitely needed, but other than that, they're very, very easy to kill. So I killed all of the Knights of the Round Table and it gave me some experience as a reward. I managed to get a HP level and 78 range. 78 range is actually a requirement for River of Blood, so that's another River of Blood requirement out of the way. So now it was time to camp at Firewatch for a fair amount of time. They give so many seeds, so many herbs, all of the awesome secondary ingredients for potions, alongside some nice prayer experience, a little bit of fire making experience, and some great combat XP. These are all round good for Ironmen, probably the best monster you can kill, especially at these type of levels. I just can't wait until I get a proper full made Sun Spear from River of Blood so I can do these even more efficiently. I need to camp these for a little while though to get some extra prayer experience and some herbs for 80 herb lore. I need 80 herb lore for River of Blood and I need 80 prayer in order to do the Light Within. So both 80 prayer and 80 herb lore are big goals for me. I went to the bank to get my Seedicide, so I'm going to use my Seedicide on the Firewatch because they drop just so many herb seeds. I'll never be able to use them all. I'm just going to get it to consume all of the herb seeds and get some free farming experience while killing them. The farming experience should be quite a lot and it will add up a lot in the long run. Ending this video off just showing my stats. They're on screen if you're interested in seeing what's what. I need to get 80 herb lore and 80 prayer for some quests that I have in mind. Those quests are obviously the Light Within and River of Blood. Those two quests are important on Ironman in my opinion. Also, not to mention, one of the requirements for the Light Within is curses. So in order to get the Light Within done, I also need to unlock curses, which will then cover Soul Split and everything like that. The only other thing that I've planned on doing right now, at least after those quests, is unlocking Invention. The only thing I need to unlock Invention now is Smithing. I have the mining level to mine concentrated gold, so I should be able to superheat form while mining the concentrated gold in order to get 80 smithing and probably 89 mining for Seren Stones. And that's it for this video. Give the video a like if you did enjoy, subscribe if you're new for future content like this and tons of guides all related to RuneScape 3. Discord link is in the description and the Twitter link is in the description if you fancy clicking on those. And until next time, see ya.